Good morning and happy Monday. You get to be happy anyway. Hello, I am Dee. Welcome to another episode of Dee's Mindful Monday Musings. This was really on my heart to talk to you about today because I personally am not living in the ideal situation right now, working in a job that's not the ideal situation for me either. And I'm happy anyway. I know that things are going to change. I know that the action steps I need to take to get myself to the place where I'm in a different situation. However, this is where I am right now, and it doesn't get to dictate my happiness. Your situation doesn't get to dictate your happiness either. This is a really, really powerful concept and one that may having you really contemplating just stopping this video and not listening to this complete and utter nonsense, but hang with me. I encourage you to hang with me and let's talk about this a little more deeply. This is a concept that I began to embrace years ago when I was in a very toxic relationship and I was having a lot of sadness and a lot of grief and a lot of discomfort and all of those other things that go along with that with some really important people in my life, my parents that are actually no longer with us anymore. They've both crossed over almost 4 years ago now, which is absolutely insane to think about. uh, but all these not ideal things were happening in my life, and I don't remember the date, but I remember the day when I stopped on the back step on my way into the house and I said to myself, I get to be happy anyway. This isn't my life. This is a facet of my life, a facet of my life. And there's so much more to my life than just these things. Not that these things aren't important, not that they don't matter, not that they don't fucking hurt like hell. I know, I've been there. I am there, actually. There's a lot of things in my life right now that hurt like hell. And I choose happiness anyway. I choose happiness anyway. We get to have that. We can still have these things in our lives that are going on that are hurtful and not ideal and frustrating and all of those things. There's so many adjectives we like to use regarding these things, and we still get to be happy. We still get to live our lives and we still get to go on and do the things that bring us joy. And the thing, in my experience, that enables us to be able to do that is a profound sense of self love. It's knowing at a cellular level that we deserve to be happy, that we get to be happy, we get to have that experience. And it all starts with loving ourselves. And that may sound trite and simplified. And trust me, I understand if you feel that way. And it's not easy when we first begin this journey. It's not. It's a challenge because it takes continuous mindful shifts in our thinking and our believing to get ourselves to the place where we feel it and believe it more wholeheartedly. We have to start somewhere. We all start at the beginning. No matter what we are doing in this life, we all start at the beginning. When we first begin walking, what happens? We're unsteady, we're uncertain, we're not confident, and we want to hold on to something, and we fall down and we bump our head or we bump our butt and we get frustrated and we cry and we feel like I'm not going to be able to do it, and we might even give up for a while. That's how it was with my oldest son when he was learning to walk. The first day that he walked, it was so exciting, and then he stumbled and he fell and he bumped his lip and busted his lip open, and he didn't try again for a few months. But then he got back up again, and he kept doing it, and he, even though he was unsteady and uncertain and afraid that there might be another boo-boo involved, you know he still did it. And that's what is required of us, is to keep going through those things and realize that we deserve it. We deserve to walk. We deserve to run. We deserve to dance and sing and all of the beautiful and amazing things that are involved in living this beautiful life. So I invite you again into this beautiful program that I'm offering at half off right now. I have room for 5 people to join me on a group journey. Today is the 14th. Tomorrow is the last day for sign up to get the free reading valued at $85. I'm going to drop the link to the previous episode I did last week so that you can go back and listen to that and see some of the things that I talked about in that video as well, because I feel like they're really important. It's really, really important to understand when someone is teaching you something that they're coming from a place of experience and not just grabbing ideas that sound good. There is meat to what I'm talking about because I've lived it. I am living it. We get to choose happy anyway. I was at work yesterday and it was the end of the day, and I walked past a man who was sitting in a chair, and I was singing to a song that was on the radio and I was smiling, and he said, "Somebody's happy today." And I said, "I choose happy every day." And then I went on where I was going and I came back and he was still sitting there. And he said, he goes, "When I wake up every morning, I say, I'm so thankful I'm alive." And it was so cool to me for us to talk about choosing happy, and then me coming back through and him feeling the need to share that with me. And I said to him, we have so much great to be grateful for if we just pay attention. So I invite you today to pay attention to what you can be grateful for in your life. Despite the storm that may be raging around you, I promise you, if you sit in quiet for just a minute, 30 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever you feel you have to give yourself that day, and pay attention to something in your life that you have to be grateful for and express your gratitude for it, that is what is going to begin to shift things for you. So again, I invite you into this program. The offer is going to close at the end of this month because the class is going to start. I didn't really want to call it a class. It's going to start, the experience is going to start the first Saturday of August. So if that's something you're interested in, please consider joining me. I'm going to drop the Eventbrite link in the comments or in the description box below this video. If this isn't something you feel you need, I really invite you and ask you with my heart to invite someone you know that you feel may need this program right now. So thank you all. Choose happy, no matter what state of mind you're in right now. Choose happy for yourself today. And I promise you're going to notice a difference in the way you feel and in the way people react to you. So thank you all for listening. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. And until next time, I love you all. I'll see you soon. Have a beautiful week.